क्या आपने कभी गौर किया है कि शैंपेन सिर्फ फ्रांस में ही क्यों आती है? अगर इसे कैलिफोर्निया या इटली में बनाया जाए तो इसे सिर्फ स्पार्कलिंग वाइन कहा जाता है। या फिर अगर हम अपने भारत की दार्जिलिंग की चाय की बात करें तो दार्जिलिंग में अगर हम एक्चुअल वो चाय पीते हैं तो उसमें से एक अंगूर जैसी महक क्यों होती है, जबकि किराने की दुकान वाली दार्जिलिंग स्टाइल चाय का स्वाद किसी गत्ते जैसा आता है। दोस्तों, ये सिर्फ एक दिखावा नहीं है, ये एक कानून है। आज हम बात कर रहे हैं जीआई टैग के बारे में। Why GI tag actually matters. From the vineyards of Champagne to the hillside gardens of Darjeeling, geographical origin isn't just history. It's a guarantee of authenticity, quality, and craft. यह कानून है। आज हम बात कर रहे हैं जीआई टैग के बारे में। यह वो ओरिजिनल सर्टिफिकेट है जो विरासत, स्वाद और लोगों की रोजी रोटी की रक्षा करता है। अब अगर हम बात करें आपके शैंपेन प्रॉब्लम, देखिए, ट्रू शैंपेन इट इज प्रोड्यूस्ड एक्सक्लूसिवली in Champagne region of northeastern France. Strict rules govern every step, from grape variety to secondary fermentation in the bottle. Grapes, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, protected by European law since 1891. 340 million bottles produced annually. So these are the features we are talking about true champagne. Whereas everything else is wines made the same way elsewhere in the world cannot legally be called champagne. They are labeled sparkling wine, cava, or prosecco, each with their own identity. The name carries the place, remove the place, and you remove the meaning. तो दोस्तों, जो चीज समझने की जरूरत है यहाँ पे वो ये है कि व्हाट इज फेक एंड व्हाट इज रियल। अब अगर हम बात करें दार्जिलिंग स्टोरी की, दार्जिलिंग टी इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट counterfeited products on the planet. Understanding the difference reveals exactly why GI protection exists. So genuine दार्जिलिंग टी को आप कैसे पहचानेंगे? First, grown in 87 certified states in West Bengal, India, distinct muscatel flavor shaped by altitude, mist, and soil. Every packet carries an official GI certified seal. Whereas in the market, majority of the so-called Darjeeling tea, basically they are Darjeeling style, mass produced in factories, far from the hills, may mimic the name or look, but lacks the terroir, the elevation, and the 150-year legacy of the original states. Global Darjeeling tea production around 10,000 tons per year. Tea sold at Darjeeling worldwide 40,000 tons. The math doesn't add up. So see the difference between fake versus real. Now let's talk about what is a GI tag. GI tag refers to geographical indication. A geographical indication tag is an official certification that links a product to a specific geographical origin and guarantees that its distinct quality, reputation, or characteristics is essentially attributable to the place. Think of it as a passport for product. It says, this was made here in this way by these people. So आप कह सकते हैं कि GI tag is basically a birth certificate of any product. What it protects. So your GI tag, it protects the producer's reputation and livelihood, the consumer's right to authenticity, cultural and regional heritage, traditional knowledge, and craft methods. How a GI tag is earned. देखिए, किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को जीआई टैग मिलने के लिए तीन चीजें जरूरी हैं। एक खास इलाका जिसे हम कहते हैं जोग्राफिकल लोकेशन, स्पेसिफिक रीजन, टेरिटरी और कंट्री, उसे एक तय शहर या क्षेत्र में होना चाहिए। सेकेंड इज यूनिक ट्रेड्स, फ्लेवर, टेक्सचर और मेथड टाइड टू प्लेस। सो इसको हम कहते हैं हिंदी में अद्वितीय विशेषता। ये अक्सर वहां की मिट्टी, जलवायु या वातावरण, जिसे टेरॉयर कहते हैं, से जुड़ी होती है। नेक्स्ट इज रेपुटेशन, रिकॉग्नाइज क्वालिटी बिल्ट ओवर जनरेशंस। सो मानवीय कौशल, पीढ़ियों से चली आ रही पारंपरिक तरीके। एंड द लास्ट इज जीआई टैग ग्रांटेड, ऑफिशियल सर्टिफिकेशन एंड लीगल प्रोटेक्शन। भारत में सबसे पहला जीआई टैग 2004 में दार्जिलिंग चाय को दिया गया था। तब से अब तक स्विस घड़ियों से लेकर टकीला तक सैकड़ों नाम इस लिस्ट में जुड़ चुके हैं। A GI tag isn't applied for, it's earned through documented history, verifiable geography, and proven quality. The certification process involves producers, governments, and international bodies working in concert. Now, let's understand in detail all these requirements for getting GI certification. पहला है specific territory. The place must be defined. A GI product must originate within a clearly demarcated geographic boundary, not a country in general, a specific valley, hillside, village, or coastal strip. Now, if you talk about Champagne, 319 villages in northeastern France. If you talk about Darjeeling, 87 estates in West Bengal. Parmigiano Reggiano, 5 provinces in northern Italy. Why it matters? The boundary isn't bureaucracy. It's the source of uniqueness. Move the production 10 miles and you lose the terroir entirely. Second unique requirement is unique characteristics. The product must possess qualities inseparable from where it comes from, qualities that cannot be replicated elsewhere, no matter the technique. So the soil composition, mineral content, drainage, pH level, shape, flavor from the ground up. Chablis wine get its flinty edge from Cameroonian limestone. Climate and microclimate, altitude, humidity, temperature, swings, and seasonal fog create conditions impossible to engineer artificially. Third is water and air. The mineral composition of local water and airborne microbes directly influence fermentation and taste profiles. Third is the human factor. Generation of craft. Beyond geography, GI products depend on human expertise passed down through generations. The hands that harvest, ferment, age, or craft a product are as important as the soil beneath them. Tea pluckers in Darjeeling use the traditional two leaves and a bud method. Parmigiano wheels are turned and tested by hands over 24 months. Champagne shillers master the art of riddling and disgorgement. White cannot be automated away. This human place bond is what GI law ultimately protects. A living tradition, not just a product. It ensures that communities continue to thrive from the knowledge they have built over centuries. A historic first, India's Darjeeling tea. 2004, that was a historic year of India's first GI tag. Darjeeling tea became the first product in India to receive official GI protection under the new GI Act. 87 certified tea states, only tea from these states grown at elevations above 2,000 feet qualifies for the Darjeeling GI seal. 150 plus years of heritage. Cultivation in the Darjeeling Hills dates back to the 1850s, a legacy now formally preserved by law. So, next time when you buy Darjeeling tea, kindly check the GI tag. India now has over 400 registered GI products from basmati rice and Alfonso mangoes to Kanzipuram silk and Kolhapuri chappals. Now, a world of protected origins, GI tag worldwide. These are some of the examples. See, Parmigiano Reggiano, इसे पनीर का राजा कहते हैं. यह इटली के खास प्रांतों में ही बनता है जहां गायों को स्थानीय चारा खिलाया जाता है. सेकेंड इज रोकफोर्ट चीज. इसे फ्रांस की प्राकृतिक काम्बालो गुफाओं में ही पुराना किया जाता है, एज्ड किया जाता है. नेक्स्ट इज चुलुकानास पाट्री. पेरू के अद्वितीय काले और सफेद मिट्टी के बर्तन. नेक्स्ट पाशमीना शॉल. यह हिमालय की अत्यधिक ऊंचाई पर मिलने वाली बकरियों की ऊन से बनाया जाता है. Okay, guys. So these are some worldwide and why it matters globally. GI tags are economic lifelines for rural communities uh, and small producers worldwide. They prevent exploitation, preserve biodiversity, and keep traditional knowledge alive. The next time you reach for a product with an origin name, you are holding centuries of protected heritage. So 50,000 plus GI products registered globally across the European Union, India, China, and beyond. And billions protected. European Union GI products alone represent over euro 75 billion in annual sales value. Now let's talk about the three P's of GI tag. Geographical indications are more than labels. They are powerful instruments of prevention, profit, and preservation that protect producers, consumers, and cultural heritage alike. So the three P's of GI tags are prevention, profit, and preservation. Once again, let's recall the three P's: prevention, profit, and preservation. Okay, guys? Now, if you talk about prevention, prevention क्या होता है बेटा? Often we have heard ना कि prevention is better than cure. Um, GI tag stops counterfeit and imitation products from flooding the market, protecting both producers and consumers from fraud. So यह नकलचियों को किसी प्रसिद्ध नाम का गलत फायदा उठाने से रोकता है. आप किसी फैक्ट्री में कालीन बनाकर उसे कश्मीरी स्किल कारपेट सिल्क कारपेट नहीं कह सकते. ठीक है. Then it is a legal shield. Registered GIs carry enforceable legal protection in participating countries. Buyers can verify origin and quality with confidence, reducing deceptive labeling. So that leads to consumer trust. And authentic regional producers are shielded from unfair competition by imitators. So it leads to a sort of market integrity. Okay? Any questions? Now, if you talk about the second P, that is profit. Now, what happens? GI certified products command premium prices in both domestic and international markets. Consumers willingly pay more for guaranteed authenticity and origin. लोग असलियत की कीमत चुकाते हैं. जीआई टैग एक लग्जरी शील्ड की तरह काम करता है जिससे स्थानीय किसानों और कारीगरों को वैश्विक बाजार में सही दाम मिलता है. So producers capture greater value per unit sold with higher margins, and GI status opens doors to premier global markets, so export qualities are generated. Now, the last P is preservation. GI tag acts as a living archive, safeguarding centuries old techniques, indigenous knowledge, and regional identity for future generations. यह प्राचीन परंपराओं को जीवित रखता है. जब किसी शिल्प को सुरक्षा मिलती है तो कई पीढ़ियां भी इसे सीखने में दिलचस्पी लेती हैं क्योंकि इससे आर्थिक भविष्य दिखता है. So methods passed down through generations remain documented and protected. Our traditional knowledge is safeguarded, and entire regions and cultures are recognized and celebrated through their products, so that creates a community identity. Crafts traditions remain economically viable, encouraging younger generations to continue, so sustainable livelihood is generated. Now, I'd like to take up the case study of Italy, that is Parmigiano Reggiano. इसको ना पनीर का राजा कहते हैं. One of the world's most recognized GI product, Parmigiano Reggiano, is produced exclusively in the Emilia Romagna region of Italy. Its PDO status protects the tradition dating back over 800 years. Strict origin rules: only milk from specific local breeds, aged a minimum of 12 months. यह इटली के खास प्रांतों में ही बनता है जहां गायों को स्थानीय चारा खिलाया जाता है. And it commands up to 3x the price of generic Parmesan alternatives. So it has a premium value. Next, case studies of France. that is of रोकफोर्ट चीज. इसे फ्रांस की प्राकृतिक काम्बालो गुफाओं में ही पुराना दैट इज एज किया जाता है. Aged in the natural caves of Combalo, Roquefort cheese holds France's first AOC designation, granted in 1925. Its unmistakable blue-green veining comes from Penicillium roquefortio, found only in those limestone caves. So, cave microclimate cannot be replicated elsewhere, so that creates a unique terroir. And one of the oldest formally protected GI products globally, it has been protected since 1925. Next case study is of Peru. Peru. And Peru की क्या खास चीज है? That is Chulucanas pottery. Chulucanas pottery. From the Piura region of Peru, Chulucanas pottery is celebrated for its striking black and white burnished finish and pre-Columbian techniques. GI recognition has elevated this artisanal craft onto the world stage, protecting local artisans from mass imitation. So, पेरू के अद्वितीय काले और सफेद तिल के बर्तन, that is known as Chulucanas pottery. Next case study is of our own land, that is Kashmir. And कश्मीर की खूबसूरती के बारे में तो आप सब जानते हैं. And Kashmir is well known for pashmina shawls. Now, ये हिमालय की अत्यधिक ऊंचाई पर मिलने वाली बकरियों की ऊन से बनाया जाता है. So woven from the ultra fine undercoat of Capra Hercus goats grazing at the Himalayan altitude above 14,000 feet. Authentic pashmina is among the world's finest luxury textiles. GI protection combats widespread synthetic imitation. Now, the extreme cold produces exceptionally fine, soft wool unmatched elsewhere. So here the uniqueness is the altitude dependent fiber, which cannot be created artificially. And each shawl takes weeks of handwork, a living cultural heritage. So artisan weaving is promoted due to GI tag. Okay, guys. Now, the GI impact chain from tag to livelihood. See, GI tag is an official recognized origin. So authenticity verified, standards and traceability confirmed. Sorry. So what happens? Consumer trust is generated. Buyers recognize genuine products. They are willing to pay higher premium prices and access market. So that creates higher value for the product in the market. And it improved income for producers leads to better livelihood. Each link in this chain reinforces the next. A GI tag is not just a label. It is the starting point of a value creation cycle that benefits producers, communities, and regional economies. Now, what is the economic impact of GI recognition? See, across all case studies, GI recognition drives a significant uplift in producer income and market value. Products gain premium positioning, expand export reach, and sustain local employment. Typical price premium for GI certified goods 2 to 3 times higher, and access to premium international markets. So that increases the export. How to spot a GI tag? Geographical indication levels are your guarantee of authenticity. Knowingly How to identify them protects both you and the artisans behind every product. So, India GI logo issued by the Geographical Indications Registry under the Controller General of Patents, Design and Trademarks. If you talk about European Union GI logo, it is protected designation of origin and protected geographical indication marks recognized across European markets. What to look for? Seek the official emblem on packaging, not just a claim in text, but the certified logo printed with the registration details. GI logo breakdown. A GI logo is more than a symbol. It is a chain of verified trust from origin to your hands. So logo, certification, and authenticity. Every element of this chain matters. Without official certification, a product cannot legally carry the GI logo, making it one of the most reliable indicators of genuine origin and craft. Your role as a consumer. Every purchase is a vote. When you choose a GI tagged product, you directly support the artisan, farmer, or craftsperson behind it. So you buy choosing a GI product over a generic alternative, send a clear market signal. Artisans receive fair recognition and economic reward for traditional skills. They thrive. Demand keeps centuries old crafts and regional traditions alive for future generations. So heritage lives on. Registered products spanning textiles, food, and handicrafts. In India, almost 400 plus GI tags have been granted. Uh, if you talk about European Union GI products, it is 3,500 plus protected across European member states. A living cultural heritage. GI tags are guardians of culture, preserving not just products, but the stories, communities, and traditions of skills woven into them. See, Kanchipuram silk, centuries of Tamil weaving tradition passed from down through family looms. Jaipur blue pottery, the Persian influenced craft that became uniquely Rajasthani over 400 years. Darjeeling tea, the first Indian product to receive a GI tag, a symbol of misty hillside heritage, and many more. Now, what is the correlation between GI and sustainability? Geographical indications isn't just about tradition, it's about responsible production. GI certified products are rooted in local ecosystems, encouraging methods that work with nature rather than against it. Eco rooted methods. Traditional techniques often rely on natural input and season rhythms, reducing environmental impact. GI keeps production in origin communities, reducing long supply chains and carbon footprints, so local economies are uplifted. Certified products resist industrial shortcuts that often harm both environment and craft integrity. So it is against mass imitation. The real story behind every product. Behind every GI product is a face, a family, and a lifetime of devotion to a craft. These are not factory goods. They are human stories shaped by hand, tradition, and time. So every time, remember, guys, you are using a GI tag product, you are are having experience, visualize the emotion behind that product of a family, of a community, of a face, and the devotion towards the craft. Cultivating crops on ancestral land, honoring soil and season, the farmers, they never leave their place. of heritage. We should respect them. Threading patterns inherited from grandparents into every piece, the weavers continuing with their forefathers' legacy. Shaping clay with bare hands using techniques unchanged for centuries, the potters, we should respect them. Every GI product tells a story from origin to your hands, a journey of culture, craft, and community. A specific reason is soil, climate, and cultural memory is the origin, reflects the origin. Artisans apply generational skills and time honored techniques leading to craft. Official GI registry verifies authenticity and quality standards. The certification process is done. A product alive with meaning, not just function. Your hands. Every GI product tells a story worth knowing before you buy. Check the level before you buy. One small habit can make a powerful difference. Before you purchase, take 5 seconds to look for the GI mark. Look at the level, scan packaging for an official GI logo, not just a regional name or marketing claim. Verify the mark, confirm it carries a registration number or certification body name. Choose with confidence. Your informed choice supports authentic craft and ethical sourcing. Remember, ignorance is no excuse. So be aware. A question for you, a food for thought. What product from your hometown deserves the GI tag? Think about a local food, craft, or tradition that carries the unmistakable fingerprint of your region, something that can only truly come from there. A local dish, it can be a textile, a craft, it can be anything. Keep your choices authentic. And that's all from my side on GI tag. If you have any questions, any doubts, kindly you can comment. We will answer that. And thank you for watching. Namaskar.